The pitch from Acevedo.
Swung on the line, down the left field line for a base hit.
Fly ball, gap, right center field.
Double him up at second.
Luke is going back to the 1-8 track. Get out the right, Brennan Mustard, Grandma. It is grand salami time.
Send Seattle to the American League Championship Series for the first time in 24 years.
The Seattle Mariners have got to be the worst baseball team I have ever seen here in 2026. Swept by the San Diego Padres, but welcome to the man, the myth, the legend, Colt Emerson. Welcome to episode 156 of the Light the W podcast. Mahal Domingo Anderson, as always, with you. And let's discuss all there is to discuss in Mariners land starting now. All right. Let's get into it. Colt Emerson. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Welcome to the big leagues. Colt Emerson got the call pregame today as Brendan Donovan was placed back onto the injured list. Second time he's been on there this season. This one a little bit more unknown when he's going to return, and that means that Colt Emerson is taking over as third base for the foreseeable future. Kid had his first big league game, first big league at bat, first big league. I want to say everything. I was going to say everything, and then I realized it's not everything because he didn't actually have a hit today. But he got on base for the first time, scored his first big league run. It's only a matter of time before that hit comes. I got to say, I'm really excited. I was one of those vocal that, I didn't think that this guy was ready. I didn't want to rush him. I didn't feel like that was something that we really needed to see. I was worried about his strikeout numbers in AAA, but ultimately, none of that matters because he's here and he's here to stay. This is a guy that's going to start every day, and he's going to make it fun to watch this baseball team again because let's face it, they haven't been very fun to watch lately. Much the opposite, in fact. But this is the youngest guy to debut for the Seattle Mariners at under 21 years old. At 20 years old. Since the great Felix Hernandez debuted around 20 years ago. Crazy. That's crazy. The hype is here. Top 5, top 10 prospect in baseball, depending on who you ask. The future shortstop of this ball club. There's nothing else to say other than that you should be excited. Because Colt Walker Emerson is a big leaguer. He's a big leaguer. First round pick in 2023. He has risen the ranks of the minor leagues. He's been really solid as of late in AAA. His numbers on the season are all right. Nothing to balk at. Nothing to be like, oh my God. But an 816 OPS, 255, 347, 469. He's been better as of late. So be excited. He's here. It's time to enjoy it. All right? It really is. Enjoy every moment of this. And hopefully this is the start of what will be an amazing career. The expectations are there. The expectations are there for a prospect in a way that they haven't been since what? What year? I mean, what player? Julio? Is Julio the last guy with expectations like this? Look, ultimately, I didn't have a lot of time to do prep on this episode, right? And that's probably evident, right? But Colt Emerson is the Seattle Mariner. And that's what we got to talk about. right? Like, what do we expect from this guy? He's been awesome defensively in AAA at the shortstop position for the most part. Has been better as of late. But this is a guy that is a freaking hitter. This isn't a guy that's going to go hit 40 home runs, right? But this is a guy with the potential to hit 280, 300 at his peak. This is a guy that has the potential to bring instant impact. But I don't want that to be the expectation for what Colt Emerson is. Don't expect him to be a 100, 115, 110 WRC plus, right? Expect him to show his impact defensively and for that to be noticeable to the literal eye of all of us. But don't expect that to be an impact bat that's going to change this lineup drastically, right? Might it bring some more consistency in terms of who's in there? Sure. Might it mean less Leo Rivas? Sure. But JP Crawford exited the game early today. Like, it's going to be crazy. I mean, Colt Emerson went from today literally thinking and being in the lineup for the Tacoma Rainiers to ending up starting his first big league game. Wild. It's crazy. Colt Emerson was at high A Everett a year ago. We knew he could be a fast mover. This is a whole nother level. Matt Brash had another rehab outing today. Looked absolutely filthy, as he always does. I mean, he's against AAA hitters too, like crazy. It does suck that his family wasn't able to be there. Just catching up on Twitter there myself, right? I mean, I literally haven't been on Twitter at all. It does suck that his family wasn't able to be there. I will say that. Like, I feel like that's something that's really special, really cool about an MLB debut is seeing those clips of the family. And with it being so sort of like out of the blue. Like, literally, can we talk about something for a sec? Let's talk about something for a second. Dan Wilson pregame. I can't even say this. Dan Wilson pregame said Brendan Donovan might be available off the bench today. Why are you saying that if it's just a lie? Like, what are you doing? I think that's the second or third time that's happened this year. Why are you saying that information if you don't know it to be true? Or that he is hopefully available. He's on the IL for fuck's sake, Dan. And I know that wasn't information yet, but just shut your mouth. Just say we're taking it day to day. We'll see what happens. It's really simple. The PR of this manager and his big boss Jerry, it sucks. It's horrible. It's awful. And look, bro, it sucks that Donovan's on the IL. But let's get him healthy, right? Let's get him as healthy as he can be come July. And then can you imagine if Colt Emerson does solid? And then you get Donnie back. And I mean, look, you just lost 3 games to the San Diego Padres. I ultimately don't really want to talk about this series because it sucked. Nothing went your way. Logan Gilbert gave up 7 runs. How many runs did George Kirby give up today? I didn't even get to see the box score. Let's look. 6 runs. And in game 1, you got a great start out of Emerson the Hancock. And you just couldn't score. You haven't been able to piece your units together. And look, ultimately, you're not going to face the San Diego Padres again unless you play them in the frickin' World Series. And if you make it to the World Series, I'll be jolly. right? It doesn't really matter once it gets to that point. I mean, it does. Like, it does. Like, once we get to the World Series, we're going to be like, oh my God, we got to win this, right? Right. If we get to the World Series, y'all, we are going to be so freaking happy and so freaking juiced. It literally won't matter what happens. And the Padres would have to make the World Series for that to even happen. We're done with that team. Fuck that team. I don't ever want to play that team again. Vetter Cup my ass. That shit does not matter. I don't care about it. Nobody cares about it. The players don't care. The broadcasters don't care. Like, nobody cares about it. Why are we pushing a rivalry? Like, we're relaxing. Like, if we're pushing rivalries, let the Dodgers and Giants play each other. Or the Dodgers and the Padres play each. Like, have us play Oakland. Or I guess not Oakland. Right? Whatever. And like have that and have us play the Astros or the Angels. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like literally, who asked for a rivalry game to be some made up thing with the Padres about a dude that's not even a fan of either one of the teams? like, oh my God, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. And I can't wait for us to lose a series to the Chicago White Sox for the second time in 2 weeks at the beginning of this week. And then me and Jeff really will lose our minds. Going to be a little bit more of a unique week here on the podcast. Jeff will be joining me on Wednesday's episode, and then Jeff will actually be riding solo for the first time on Friday's episode. I got some busy stuff on Thursday, so I won't have time to record. I barely have time to record right now. But it should be a lot of fun. Should be a really interesting week for us here at the pod. Would love to hear feedback about everything you guys want to hear, everything you want to see. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully the Mariners win some ball games, and that'll make it a lot more fun. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with the starting pitching stuff against the White Sox. Like, how does this piggybacking thing work? How does Brian Wu look? I mean, last time he faced the White Sox, they absolutely abused him, right? And you get Hancock against them, against Sean Burke. Should be a really interesting matchup as well. Like, how do you bounce back? Because every time you play the Astros, it's like, damn, dude, we suck in the series after. Maybe that's just because the Astros suck so much. And then we go from playing the Astros to a Padres team that's pretty solid. Like, we go from facing the worst pitching staff to the best bullpen. Like, I really don't know. I really don't know what the Mariners are supposed to do. But, maybe not giving up 7 and 6 runs from your starting pitchers would be a nice start. That said, I can't really expect them to be perfect every game. And right, I've talked about it multiple times. Like, there's just no cohesiveness to this team. Like, stuff is just not working together. That's gonna change, dude. These units are better than that. Like, it's not gonna be like, bro, why can we not hit when the starting pitcher is good? Why can the starting pitcher not be good when we can hit? Why can the bullpen not just close a game out when both those two units do well, right? I would love to see the Mariners win a game 1-0. Because ultimately, right? Like, that's just not something that really ever happens. Like, do they have a 1-0 win this year? Let's take a look. No. They do. Nope, that was a loss. Do we? We do not. Of course not. Why would we? We don't have a 1-0 win this year. I want to see a 1-0 win. And mark my words, that 1-0 win will kick off everything for this 2026 team. Like, get these scuffles out of the way now. It's May 17th. Like, how far back are we of the not Oakland days right now? Like, we are fine, y'all. There's no reason to panic. We're 2 games back of the not Oakland days. We are fine. We will figure it out. We have a positive run differential. One of just, 5 teams in the American League with a positive run differential. Our expected wins and losses is higher than anyone else in the division. Like, dog, we're going to be fine. This team's going to be better. Burn the script. Colt Emerson, you are the future. Let's start the future now. Go Ems. I'm ready for it. Let's win some ball games. Thank you for joining me here on episode 156 of the Light the W podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all the social media apps at Light the W pod. Till next time, till Wednesday. Peace. Go Amps.